On behalf of First Five, I want to thank each of you for being here today to celebrate and uplift the value fathers and father figures play in our communities.
Thank you for being here. I want to thank our sponsors. I also want to acknowledge all of our public systems partners who have been supporting this work pretty much from the beginning. Thank you to our leadership at First Five for giving the Fathers Corps the space to grow and to host major events like the summit. When we started the Fathers Corps back in 2013, our goal was really to bring men together and focus on serving dads. And when we adopted our 7 father-friendly principles, it really kind of turned into a movement. And all of our partners who show up to all of our trainings, our different events, who have made fathers a priority, are why this work is successful and has been successful and continues to grow.
I'm looking forward to the workshops, the fellowship, just being able to connect. I'm looking forward to the keynote speakers. My wife encouraged me to come today, and I'm really excited that they have these events.
I'm just excited today about seeing what they have to offer today and just networking community, because it takes a village, so it's all about community.
It was a great opportunity, and I definitely love to find out more and just learn things about not just my community, but just about being a dad. I'm a father to 3 children, so I definitely try to be the best I can be by learning as much as I can.
Here we go. Good morning, y'all. So we are here. I would like to welcome you to the 2025 Annual Fatherhood Summit. Just kind of wanted to salute all the fathers in here. Can we clap it up for each and every father who is in here? It's not often, unfortunately, that we're put in spaces where we are recognized for the fathers that we are. And the fact that I'm black should be irrelevant when it comes to my ability to raise my son. My skin tone should not make me any better or worse when it comes to the paternal instinct. But because fathers like me are apparently extinct, I get extra praise. And for what? For doing what I'm supposed to. That's how we gonna start this 2025 Fatherhood Summit, full of love, full of support. Remember that it doesn't stop. This energy right here that we're cultivating right now, it doesn't stop. In the words of my brother Kevin, kids look up to me half as much as I look up to my pops. I know I've done a good job. I do this work because Ron was my dad. The Father's Corps exists and continues to grow and thrive because Ron was my dad.
It's so important now, more than ever, that we need places and spaces like this because the cure is in our culture. We are at our best when we're in right relationship with our queens and with our children. Vulnerability, brothers, is a superpower. Our kings, our children, more than ever need to see our vulnerability. The greatest gift we can give to any one of us is our presence. Take the E out of ego so you can go forward. Today, no big I's and no little U's. We come from the concept of Ubuntu. I am because we are. We are because I am. May the circle be unbroken.
I've dedicated almost 50 years to doing this work, to creating spaces for men and for fathers and for young men as well. But I had to start with my own children. And the dilemma was there were, as somebody said, they don't want to give us teachings. So when I became a father, I wanted to do what my father could not do because he was working 2 and 3 jobs. I wanted to play with my kids, read to my kids, but there were no books that were about our culture and our language.
But there is such a need in the community for us, especially as black men, to step into the gaps and help these young men and young women to figure this thing out. Just show up and we'll take you by the hand and show you how to serve your community.
The one thing that I want to make sure that my children know is that they're loved and that they belong to somebody, right? That they're connected to people, they're connected to family, And the one thing that I draw from my culture is the sacredness of fatherhood. That we have a role and a responsibility to pour into our children. That which some of us may have not had, I want to ensure that my children have. And it's not so much the I love you and you hear me say that I love you, but I really want you to feel that you're loved.
But what I've grown to learn by being a father and being present is sometimes you're the emotional leader of your household. Sometimes you're the spiritual leader of your household. And much like I just said in the keynote, it's learning to not externalize all of my responsibilities. Learning that it does start with me. Learning that taking care of myself is taking care of everybody. You know? And kids listen to what you say. Yeah, that's true. But kids watch what you do.
There you go.
And so much of your parenting is in the little invisible gaps in between the lessons and the speeches that you give them when they're looking to emulate something and you're the closest star to their planet.
Right.
It's been fantastic. I really enjoyed the first half because I got to meet so many people coming in. The people are wonderful, good attitude, and positive information for fathers. As a pastor, I deal with a lot of fathers and ministry and what have you. So to get the information straight from you guys' organization, the way it's laid out, it's been great. Yeah.
I enjoyed the summit pretty good. It's very good to see old friends. I've seen a lot of old friends, and it's good connecting with them and seeing a lot of job fairs and people come together.
Lo que he disfrutado de este summit, de todo esto, ha sido la convivencia con los padres, la convivencia con la familia, la convivencia con todos los participantes. He encontrado muchas caras familiares, lo he disfrutado mucho, me gusta estar aquí. Una, por ser papá, la otra también por estar trabajando con la comunidad.
We have resources, we have speakers, we have panels, we have workshops that we're going to be doing throughout the day, all geared to us healing and becoming better men as fathers.
Anyone in here ever had a conflict or argument with someone that just went for a very long time? In most cases, the reason why is because people want to be heard.
Public, private, and nonprofit organizations. We're talking about major public agencies in the county of Alameda. That includes schools, school districts, all the way up to the major county agencies themselves.
My students to learn. And what my goal is, what I want them to learn, is want them to reach their optimum growth and learning potential.
And she's crying. And you need to go in that feminine direction with her. And not just hold her, but maybe you should cry with her.
People's like accountants, like they're telling them pre-tax, they ain't save no money. Cause that's the kicker, right? I saved money in taxes this year. I'm like, how much did you save?
Just know that you are going to have to find outlets to release some of that air because you cannot pop it. You can't.
It's the same. I think the evolutionary process of how we talk to each other, how it's communicated to the younger generation to be in mass has changed.
Did anybody ask how they're doing? Yeah, how'd you respond? You answered, you responded great. Great. Yeah?
That's about on a natural high.
On a natural high. Yeah.
El taller que más me ayudó el día de hoy es sanando el dolor, porque de una u otra forma me ha ayudado a entender un poco más cómo puedo reconectarme con mis hijos, con mis nietos, pero también con mi esposa. Y me dio la oportunidad para entender que también soy vulnerable y que he hecho lo mejor que he podido, pero que también hay mucho trabajo para hacer y sobre todo que no estoy solo.
I didn't know exactly how much would be so relevant to me as a woman, as a mom, as a mental health provider, and a program administrator. So I learned a lot that I could take back to my community and to my program. And also just how to be more informed about what I might want to plant a seed here and there for my son. So I really was impressed with the keynotes. I did appreciate the drumming. And there were a couple of workshops that I was able to make it to. The networking in between time kind of took over some of that. Lots of good people here to know. The workshops were really powerful. I went to one about co-parenting, where I felt really impressed with the gentlemen sharing so openly and vulnerably with each other and not even minding that there were some women in the room. So I was impressed with that.
My time at the summit
It's like the previous ones are always good. You come in, you know, as a sponge, and you get a wealth of knowledge and information. There's always a great time here. The speakers are always great. They're motivational, they're supportive. They'll give you their contact information, and they'll give you all the additional tools that you need in order to get to where you want to be. As far as fathering, even the new fathers that were here today that I ran into, they asking the right questions, because when we were their age, I didn't have anyone to go to. And in situations like this or seminars where I could say, how can I do this? We're pouring into the new fathers. We're learning from the older fathers, and we just continue to create those bonds that were needed that we didn't have. And it's great to have and be a part of something like this.
These are the guys who go back to their organizations and challenge folks on paying attention to the needs of fathers, creating programs that serve fathers, and changing the way family services look by including fathers and father figures. So again, as we do, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Looking forward to another year. I hope you guys had a good experience today. You guys always help make all of these events amazing. And I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. Come on, get in.